Hey guys, Adam here at DirectionTrader.com. Let's do a kind of a midday recap, basically wrap up what happened this week, kind of what happened today, and what I see moving forward. Start here with the crude market. Pretty quiet, kind of. We did have a nice little push to the downside there pre-market, and ever since we opened up today, if you look at this intraday chart here, we've had a really good little rise to the upside here. Starting early this morning, we've really had a nice little pop here to the upside. It continued for most of the morning, and now we're just kind of flat. We're just kind of consolidating. You've seen some nice slow pullbacks and then a push back up. So a nice flat day, basically. You know, if we were just to be looking at the actual day, you know, we opened up somewhere over in here. We pushed up nicely, dropped down, pushed up. So kind of a slower day. Kind of fits well with this week. It's been one of them weeks where we've just been kind of just grinding it out, especially on the stock index futures, where we're going to show here in a second. Been very slow. Light volume, not a ton of trading for me this week, guys. Very active on Monday, slow on Tuesday, with it being Veterans Day, and then took a couple trades on Wednesday and then on Thursday. So very slow, but nonetheless still an okay week. Let me pull up a daily chart here and talk about what's going on and what we could possibly see here moving forward. Now let's drag this over here just a little bit here and take a look at this daily on the crude. We're seeing without a doubt we're dropping really nicely here on crude. Had one of them little runs where you get a lot of selling, chop, selling, chop, selling, chop. It's not only doing this on a daily chart, but this is the activity this week intraday as well. So we've had intraday charts that look a lot like this, and we've also had our daily charts look like this. As you see, push, chop, push, chop, push, chop, push, and that's where we're at right now. We've been waiting for a little bit of a retrace here, guys. This has been quite the drop here for several months now. So several months drop, looking for just some type of retrace. Rather than actually retracing, it's actually chopping. So the moving averages, rather than pulling back to the moving average, it's actually chopping, so the moving average comes to it, and then it drops again, and the moving average actually comes to it. So that's the way it's been reverting to its mean, is by chopping. So we haven't had that little pop to the upside. But what we have had is success in the trading room, trading to the upside. We would keep on the way down, we keep watching them previous day's lows, and as long as we don't break below them previous day's lows, if we do, we're going with it. As long as we don't, we're looking for these pullbacks. And these pullbacks aren't necessarily pullbacks. What they are actually chops. But intraday, it provides a really good trading opportunity, such as if you just go back here and we had a nice drop here, we watch out for the previous day's low, we didn't get it, but these chops back to the upside intraday provide some really good trading opportunities. So if you continue to watch the previous day's low in this downtrend, anything above it, if you can get some higher highs and higher lows on one of your anchor charts, it's really been making for a really great intraday trade. Even though it's not really pulling back on a daily, it's more of a chop, but it makes for a very good intraday trading strategy. So I'll continue to look for more of that, even though we had a nice pop-up today. Going into Monday, if Monday can break through today's lows, I'll go with it to the short side. Other than that, I'm going to continue to watch its previous day's lows and get that move that we've been talking about here. Even if it's sideways, it still intraday provides a really nice opportunity to get some trades to the long side. Let's go to the S&P here. This is the daily of the S&P. Let's just quickly go to the intraday so we can see where we're at. It's been very choppy today, guys. As you can see, this is today's price action. It has been extremely choppy. Lot of red, green, red, green, red, green on your anchor charts, your 5 and 15-minute anchor charts. Very difficult trading. Lots and lots of sideways momentum. Put your moving averages on the screen and you'll see they're all pointing dead sideways. Very choppy. Not a great trading environment for anybody looking to get aggressive here intraday. Same thing is going to apply here. The same thing we were talking about this week is going to apply next week. We didn't get a lot of trades because you see we've really not moved outside of this little box here. This is this week's entire trading. So very, very small range. You can look back here when things were really volatile last week. One day was twice as much volatility as we had this entire trading week. So one day 2 weeks ago was twice the amount that we had all week this week. So very, very tight ranges. Again, we're in an uptrend, so I'm going to watch some previous day's highs. The opposite of what we did in crude. Anything above it, I'm going to go with it. Anything short of the previous day's highs, I am still looking for a pullback to this 21 EMA. I'm not forcing the issue, but intraday, if we're not above the previous day's high, I'm looking for my 5 and 15 minute charts to have lower highs and lower lows. And if they can have that, I will start looking for that drop to the downside here. Okay. That's it, guys. If I can go through all the other indexes here, but there's going to be a whole lot of the exact same. Here's the Russell, same type of deal here on the Russell. Going to watch some previous day's lows and previous day's highs. If we can get above the previous day's highs, I'm going to go with it. Anything else, I'm going to look for that pullback. The same thing applies to the Dow, the NASDAQ. Very, very interesting week here, guys. Very low volume, not a lot of trading. If we look back at the volatility, we had crazy volatility like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we had a lot of trades. We were trading anywhere from 4 to 7 times a day. This week, we took 5 trades on Monday, so that was great. It was a good day on Monday. 1 on Tuesday, 2 on Thursday, and 2 on Wednesday, and 1 on Thursday. So an extremely low volume week also will lead to less trades. So as long as you're not over trading or trying to push the envelope, I would think that you had fewer trades this week than you had in previous weeks here. So, all right, guys, if you got any questions, you can always email me, adam@directiontrader.com. I want to thank you for watching these videos, and I will see all of you on Monday in Monday's video. Have a good weekend, guys.